Hey, so example 2, and this is actually our last example. It's a bit of a shorter lesson today, which is kind of nice. This is a classic question. Make sure that you understand how to do this. There are lots of practice questions in the textbook as well, but this is classic. Determine the values of k, so a variable k, for which 2x squared plus 7x plus k equals 0 has no real roots. Okay, so that should be in our heads, ding, 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 the discriminant is less than 0. And then this is just for fun. Use one value for k to write an equation that has no real roots. First of all, let's just decide what our a equals, our b equals, and our c equals in this equation here. So our a equals 2, our b equals 7, and our c, funnily enough, is just another letter. It's just k. So if I were to plunk that into the discriminant formula, which is b squared minus 4ac, I would say 7 squared minus 4 times a times c, which is k. Now let's pause here. We know that this must be less than 0 to have no real roots. Okay, so let's solve this part of the inequality. 49 minus 8k is less than 0. Now what I could do is I could multiply through by -1. That would mean that this inequality would flip. Okay. However, all I'm going to be doing is adding. You only flip when you multiply or divide by a negative number, but if you subtract, that's okay. Here, though, we're going to add 8k. So then we get 49 must be, for this to be true, 49 must be less than 8k. That means that 49 over 8 must be less than k. Or k is greater than 49 over 8. So when k is greater than 49 over 8, that means that the discriminant is less than 0, which means there are no real roots. So let's bring this down to a more practical level. Use one value for k to write an equation that has no real roots. Well, I know that this is a little less than 7. Why? Because 49 divided by 7 is 7. But 49 divided by 8 is something that is a little less than 7. So if I were to say that using an equation, I want to find a value for k that is greater than 49 over 8. How about we just pick 7? So 7 is greater than 49 over 8. So if I were to put 7 in for k, so 2x squared plus 7x plus 7 equals 0. I know that I have an equation that has no real roots. Why? Because I chose 7, which is greater than 49 over 8. We know that when k is greater than 49 over 8, there are no real solutions. So if I pick 7, it means that there's no real roots or no solutions to that problem.